A memorial to Officer Evan Dunn continues to grow outside the Golden Police Department 10 days after Dunn was hit and killed by a suspected drunk driver. The crash also seriously injured Dunn's mentor, Officer Brittany Grusing. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us this evening. I'm Mark Salinger. It's the first line-of-duty death for a police officer in Colorado this year. Tonight, 9 News reporter Evan Krugel takes us to Golden and shares a community effort to help the injured officer.
Getting the dough ready for the day.
At Saucy's Pizza in Littleton, every batch of dough TJ Wood makes revolves around helping the community.
We always look for stuff like that to do here.
Service runs in his blood because before TJ patrolled this kitchen, he patrolled the streets of Jefferson County.
Yeah, so I was a deputy before I took ownership of this.
10 days ago, on a Golden highway he used to patrol, a suspected drunk driver crashed into 2 Golden police officers, killing Officer Evan Dunn and seriously injuring Officer Bethany Grusing.
I can't even comprehend what they're probably going through. I mean, they're mourning a loss of an officer, and then on top of that, she's probably mourning a loss of a friend and a colleague, but then has to, heal herself and try to get back, and I can't even comprehend what they're probably going through.
TJ wanted to give back, so he turned to his kitchen. This Tuesday, a portion of every pizza sold here will go to Officer Grusing, and TJ says they're preparing to make a few more pies than usual.
We average 100 or so a day, so I can only imagine what that's going to turn into.
I'm hoping it's a lot, yeah. I'm hoping there's a line out the door.
Mark Miller is a Jeffco deputy who runs the MC1 Foundation, which will take that money and give it directly to Officer Grusing and her family.
There's a period of time when they're getting a lot of support. They get a lot of visits, a lot of phone calls, a lot of texts, and then it seems like there's like a timeline that it just quits. So that's where we come in to kind of help them out financially.
TJ hopes the event does more than just raise some serious dough. He's hoping it sends a message to Officer Grusing and the rest of her department that the community is here for them.
I'm hoping it's got to feel good, to at least know that people got your back.
In Littleton, Evan Krugel, 9 News.
This all comes as the man accused of crashing into their patrol car was formally charged this week. Prosecutors believe that Stephen Greer was drunk when the crash happened. Court documents reveal that Greer told officers after the crash that he had only had 1 beer at a local brewery. He also declined a breathalyzer test. It was a snowy and slick night that evening. Greer is an assistant professor at the Colorado School of Mines in Golden and is out right now on bond. His next court appearance has not been set yet. Colorado Parks and Wildlife has a new plan on how to deal with mountain lions for about half the state. This focuses on the eastern part of Colorado, down from the Continental Divide. Commissioners approved the 10-year plan this week. The goal is to maintain a stable mountain lion population in the region and is based on a successful plan implemented a couple years ago for the western half of the state, west from the Continental Divide. It comes just days after voters in Colorado rejected a ballot initiative that would have banned the hunting of mountain lions. And CPW is set for some big upgrades as well. Construction has started on a new 16,000 square foot training center in Denver. The training center is dedicated to CPW's law enforcement staff and will replace an outdated building that was built in the 50s. Construction is expected to wrap up by next summer. Taking a break from the headlines and taking a live look outside. Another mild and beautiful fall weekend. Want to bring in 9 News Weather Impact Team meteorologist Lauren Robinson joining us this evening. And Lauren, the Broncos back home tomorrow. How's the weather looking then?
All right, well, we're going to have beautiful fall-like football weather throughout our Sunday. Today, we even saw those temperatures in the 50s again. We did get some midday cloud cover that pushed in, dropping our temperatures a little bit from our expected highs. But all the while, we'll still stay around the seasonal realm for this time of year. 41 right now, though, at DIA as the sun is setting. We're seeing lots of 40s across most of the Front Range and Eastern Plains. Still a little cooler in Lyman, and then a little warmer to the south, where we're seeing 51 degrees in Pueblo. 20s and 30s in the high country, 40s right now now across the western slope. Now, as we take a look at our live radar, we did see some expected light but scattered snow showers into the western slope and high country. That's where most of that precipitation is going to stay, but we can't rule out a stray raindrop here and there across northern portions of the Front Range as the system continues to move eastward. So as we zoom into the Front Range right now, you can see some light snowfall between Red Feather Lakes and into Estes Park, as well as just southwest of Boulder through areas like Winter Park and into Georgetown. But you'll notice the urban corridor is still pretty dry. So as we go through the rest of the evening, we're going to see those temperatures in the 40s through a good majority of the night, dipping into the upper 20s for our overnight lows by tomorrow morning. Coming up in my full 7-day forecast, we'll talk a bit more about the seasonally chilly night tonight, what kind of football weather we'll be expecting tomorrow. And yes, we do have snow chances in store for the Front Range. I'll have all of those details for you coming up.
Lauren, thank you. It's Saturday. Let's talk football. What started as a shaky start and an interception on the first play of the game ended with a dominant win in Boulder. The Buffs destroying Utah 49-24 in front of a national audience. 9 News sports reporter Chris Tavares joining us now. Chris, the Buffs are just fun to watch this season.
Yeah, I like to think that they're back in the Big 12, so they're comfortable.
Yeah.
They used to play in the Big 12 before they moved to the Pac-12, and now conference realignment has them back in the Big 12. But CU's coming off a bye last week and taking on a familiar foe in Utah. Of course, these two teams, as we were just talking about, making the move from the Pac-12 to the Big 12 and doing so together.